Thank you for that very kind introduction. That probably means having been a wicked banker, I then became a venal politician. For a few years, I became a saintly chief executive of a not-for-profit organisation. I went back to being a wicked banker, and then in the last 4 years, I've become a cardigan-wearing, lazy public servant. It is a great pleasure to be here today, and may I welcome all of you on behalf of the Affinity Intercultural Foundation and the Lunch and Lecture Series. We are delighted to host all of you, and we have a number of distinguished guests with us today, but I'll merely mention only the Austrian Consul General and particularly welcome him. So welcome and welcome all of you. And we also have students from Amity College. Today's topic is the ABC of diversity. Obviously a play on words, given our guest speaker's status. But the idea of diversity, the word diversity, is one that is used broadly today, but in quite divergent ways. Sometimes as a positive, as something that is good, and something that is to be avoided. And even when the word is used in a positive sense, it is sometimes used in a way which is saying, well, we want to have diversity, but we want to be really the same in diversity. So there's a very deep contradiction that's instilled in the word. And I noticed that later this month, we have the International Day for Tolerance. Can I say, I believe diversity needs to be a lot more than mere tolerance, a lot more than mere, putting up with one another. We need to move to a world and an Australia which is inclusive and welcoming of diversity, because it is actually only in our diversity that we can actually form a coherence, a harmony. If we pretend people are the same or can be the same, then firstly, it is a pretense. It's something that can never be achieved. And worse still, as people try and move towards uniformity, increasingly people are excluded. Whereas if we approach everything on an inclusive basis, we will achieve real diversity. And it's in achieving that real diversity that will in fact knit a unity which is based in an honest approach to reality. So look, they were my brief comments on the topic, but we are particularly privileged today to have Michele Fonseca, Head of Strategy and Staff Development at ABC News. Michele has worked as a reporter, producer and presenter across many ABC News programs, including 7 p.m. News, 7:30, Radio Current Affairs and the Asia Pacific News Centre. In 2012, Michele worked as the News Gathering Project Manager for ABC News, assisting in the process of scoping and implementing the restructure of network operations and developing new content initiatives such as the National Reporting Team and the ABC Fact Check. In Michele's current role, she leads all strategic planning for ABC News, as well as the ongoing transition from broadcast to digital. Michele leads the Diversity Action Group, a long-term project aimed at making ABC News more reflective of Australia's vibrant cultural landscape, both on and off the air. Can I ask all of you now to join me in welcoming Michele to the lectern? Thank you.